I actually get this question a lot, so I figured to respond in a video. I went to a 4-year nursing program where I got my bachelor's of science in nursing. I worked as a nursing assistant on an adult medical surgical unit for 3 years. Towards the end of my nursing school career, I worked as a COVID vaccinator. They approved student nurses to give COVID vaccines, so it was pretty cool. I also was in a sorority. I was in President's Honor Society. I was in Student Nursing Association. I was in a bunch of different clubs. During college, I also went on a mission trip. I had a bunch of different things I did during college that I could put on my resume to help me out and make me look better compared to other candidates. I think what really helped me get into the NICU was my senior capstone. I'm not sure how other nursing schools do it, but we had to complete a certain number of hours. I want to say it's like 140, I'm not sure, don't quote me. It's a decent amount of hours. I think I completed it within like a few months. And I was with a float nurse that floated from the NICU, PICU, and ED at a children's hospital, so I was able to see all the different units. Also during nursing school, we had different rotations. We went to a psych unit, we went to an adult medical surgical unit, we went to labor and delivery, which mine was online during COVID. So we had different things we could see. One of the times I did go to the pediatric oncology floor. That was something I was interested in. Later found out that I could not do that. It was extremely sad. So when I was with this float nurse, I found out NICU was my niche, and I absolutely loved it. So anytime we got to go to the NICU, I was so excited, and I basically stayed on top of the manager throughout this time. I talked to him daily just to show that I was really interested in the NICU and kind of put my face to the name and have him notice me. So I gave him my cover letter, my resume, and let him know who I was, so that way he had my name in his head at all times. And I just stayed on top of him. I showed I was interested, and eventually he offered me a job, and I accepted it, I believe in April, and I started my job. It'll be 3 years on June 7th. And I didn't pass my NCLEX until July, so I had one chance to take it. If I didn't pass, I would have lost my job, so I accepted it before I even became a nurse. So that was pretty cool. Definitely don't suggest that because it was very, very, very stressful to do that, because had I failed, I would have lost my job. So it was definitely a lot of pressure to pass that NCLEX, but I wouldn't have won it any other way because that's where I ended up, was the NICU. I do suggest if you want to be able to get into the NICU, I would try to get your capstone to be in the NICU if you guys do have that as a option in nursing school. I would also try to get a job as a nursing assistant, student nurse, or secretary in the NICU. There's different positions that could get you an in the NICU. So my in was my preceptor for my capstone, and just being around the units, they knew my name, they knew my face, and they were happy to have me as a nurse. A lot of nursing schools will tell you that you have to start out in adult med surg. That's a lie, 1000%. Because I started out in the NICU as a new grad. I feel like they only tell nursing students this, so that way they kind of force them to go into this unit, but why work in a unit where you're not going to be happy? There's other people that do want to go into adult med surg, so let them go into those units. I truly feel like if you want to end up somewhere, that's where you're going to end up. You just have to work hard to get where you want to be. So good luck.